Hello, good people. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker, coming back at you live once again from the Lone Star State with another edition of the Media Mike Speaks. All right, good people, here's an update on the Arlington school shooting out in Mansfield of Mr. Timothy Simpkins. So, as you see here, the police chief had something to say. So, I don't know if the investigation is totally complete, but anyway, here's an update, as some of my subscribers said to keep them updated. So here it is. Now it reads, shortly after the shooting, which injured 2 students and a teacher, Timothy Simpkins' family said he'd been the target of bullying. They said that's what led to a classroom fight and ended with the shooting. Now we're going to talk about that. Keep that in mind. The family of the injured student involved in the fight denied the boy had bullied Simpkins. Now we're seeing how this is going to play out. Because according to the police chief, he states Simpkins participated in high-risk activity. Now they got that in quotation marks. High-risk activity. That's a code word. That could only mean a couple of things, but I can narrow it down to one. When you say high-risk activity, maybe they don't have enough evidence yet to actually say what it is, or they don't want to alarm anyone. But when you say high risk activity, so we're talking about, I'm just going to say, some degree of illegal narcotics. I would say that. So this is what he's saying, what led up to the fight. Now, this announcement was made at the town hall meeting held by Mansfield ISD. Arlington Police Chief Al Jones said the only evidence of bullying he's seen so far is a statement from Simpkins' family. He believes the shooting stemmed from some sort of disagreement between the suspect and the victim. So something has come out. And I'm pretty sure what has come out based off the incident that led up to that, meaning the incident that he was robbed in the parking lot, stripped of his belongings as such. So if I'm not mistaken, if the police were called, they followed up on that report and then put 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 together. Just saying. So now, according to the chief, he goes on to quote here, this was not a bullying incident. I just want to take that narrative out of the equation. Mr. Simpkins is involved in high-risk activity. See, that's that word again. And that high-risk activity led to the disagreement within the community. Now he throws in the community, unquote. Okay. So this is bigger than the shooting because it led up to that. So they're piling all this on top of each other. Now, Chief Jones, in a statement, he says this was a total rebuke of statements made from the Simpkins family. But he did not go any further in explaining what type of high-risk behavior Simpkins was allegedly involved in. See, there we go. But it's all going to come out, I'm pretty sure. Now, what's interesting here, it says the alleged gunman's family says they are not justifying him bringing a gun, but hope the investigation will reveal more about the circumstances. Well, it did. And it's doing that. And it's not looking good for Simpkins. But we're going to continue to keep updates on this. The chief would only say Simpkins and Shelby had some sort of disagreement outside of school that bled into the classroom, leading to a fight and ultimately the shooting. Chief Jones also said he didn't believe Simpkins intended to come into the school and shoot multiple students and teachers. Of course he didn't, but it's the negligence of it. The way he went about doing it, when he did that. Chief Jones goes on to say, he quotes here, I don't think this incident was an actual school shooting or active shooter. He said, of course not. He didn't come there to shoot multiple people. He came there he brought the weapon there just in case something happened, which he knew something was probably going to happen because based on the chief's statement and investigation, it was already leading up to that. And it was going to get settled at that school or on the school grounds, outside of the school or beyond school grounds. Now, Chief Jones said the aggravated assault charges against Simpkins are appropriate. Yes, because there was no intent to shoot anyone else, but the negligence part, of it. The recklessness of his actions caused that. Chief Jones goes on to say, we wanted to charge him with the most severe charge we could. Well, of course. Now, this announcement came Thursday at a town hall meeting to address school safety at Mansfield ISD. Now, according to a parent, Christina Fuentes, some of our kids, some were scared, some of them, it was just another day. I don't know, just another day? Okay, well. The district's official safety protocol allows for 1 officer on elementary campuses and 2 on middle school and high school campuses. But some parents say they've come to campus and haven't seen officers. Well, they do have officers. I mean, so they don't walk the hall all the time. They probably should, but I don't know. That directive of what are those officers supposed to do. School resource officers is what they're called. So, but they do have their own individual officers, if I'm not mistaken. So, there was some talk of installing metal detectors on campuses. Police say Simpkins was able to come to school with a gun in his backpack. Yeah, he was. But not every parent agrees that metal detectors are the direction to go. That's a lot of money to have 40-something doors manned, said parent Van Delaminifi. I believe a simple way to start is clear backpacks. Okay, they're not in. Okay, I will go with that. That may work to a certain degree. But safety is at the forefront here. And you can't put a price on safety. Mansfield ISD Police Chief Greg Mentor says since last week, extra police have been assigned to school campuses. A staff member now monitors surveillance cameras in real time, and there are random checks in classrooms with canines. Really? We really going this far after the fact? The canines are going into classrooms after the students are asked to go into the hallway, he said. The canines search by smell, unquote. We're going to see how long the budget allows them to keep this up. Really? But okay, good people, let me know what you think about this. This is the update. I would like to hear what the district attorney is going to say, because this is where we are, because that's where the case has gone to. So I would like to see, what does the DA have to say? What are they going to do? Are they going to prosecute or what? I don't know. So anyway, let me know. Feel free to leave your comments in the comment sections below. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.